Welcome to the Operation Weserübung, your preemptive invasion of Norway. Intelligence has informed us the Allies intend to occupy Norway, so High Command has decided we must strike first. It is believed that if we are able to secure enough vital ports in Norway, we will deny our enemies its strategic bases and vital resources. You must seize the major ports along the Norwegian coast. Ensure a decisive victory by securing the northernmost port of Namsos. Expect minimal ground resistance from the Norwegians, but heavy naval support from the British. To assist you in your campaign, the Kriegsmarine has generously supplied several cruisers, destroyers and U-boats to serve as auxiliary forces. As always, time is of the essence. You should strive to achieve your objectives before you become bogged down in an extended battle against an entrenched enemy that will receive increasing aid from Britain and France.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Norway and our deployment phase. We actually got an elite unit, that's great. And new equipment that's available. We will buy some of those level bombers. The rest is not important for us right now. So let's take a look at the situation. Yeah, we have quite a lot of space to cover, but it will be rather, well, easy this time, because even though it's on Guderian difficulty, we don't need a decisive victory in Norway to progress in the campaign. So we have 4 turns more than a normal campaign is necessary for a decisive victory, which is, well, quite doable. So we can take our time and go for the minor victory. Nevertheless, we want to buy elite replacements for all of our units, because we want to grow our experience as quickly as possible. And we will overstrengthen our artillery, mortar fighter, and the bombers, because they are likely not to get hit. Yeah, we want 2 more units. We will go for 2 level bombers. And yeah, that's it. We cannot buy more units, so we will deploy those. It's not important where you place your planes. We will deploy all of our units down in the south because, well, as I already mentioned, we don't have to race for it, so we can ignore this right there. We will slowly work our way to the north and, well, try to avoid more losses than necessary. Any more losses than necessary. But we still want to take Bergen, so I will go for a Gebirgsjäger here. It can move to the mountains. A tank for support. Another artillery. We will deploy a tank down there to take the port. We need 2 infantry units to surround the city. Same goes for here. 2 artillery pieces, 1 tank that is needed to surround Oslo. The scouting unit, yeah, those 2 I don't care where they go. So that's it. Well, I will leave you there. I will edit the video later because it's replay mode. So see you when the mission is completed. So here we are. Our deployment is complete. So let's start the action. First we want to get rid of Oscarsborg. We bring in 2 of our heavy destroyers. One moment, I want to pause the game. You don't have to do this because yeah, there's another unit of Fallschirmjägers, but this was more of a test for Manstein difficulty. Yeah, so like attacking the fortress with 2 ships, 1 plane, and the Fallschirmjägers should be enough to take it out. So this was a test for Manstein. We are quickly advancing here, keeping the entrenchment levels down, but otherwise we don't want to hurt them because we want surrenders. Taking the ports while we can, and we need 3 troops for each of those cities to surround them. And in the north, once again, we try to save our ships. And we also attack Bergen. Now the enemy is bringing the fleet to the south, running into our trap. They have a lot of ships. Now there's the aircraft carrier. Try to attack our ship. Doesn't do much. The fortress is too damaged. Now they begin the landing of their troops. They're reinforcing in the north. We keep pounding the fortress. And now it's an easy target. The way is clear and we can begin to land our troops. Once again, we try to keep the entrenchment down, but not hurt them. So it's no use bringing the entrenchment level below 3 or below 2. We land at Bergen. Prepare for the attack. And, well, try to get rid of this ship. Now we can hide. We have to go back because this fighter is spotting. And now there's the English or Norwegian turn. Big hit on our Gebirgsjäger. They are still bringing their fleet into position. We are able to trap this fighter. Once again, trying to take Bergen this turn. Shouldn't be a problem. I actually tried to hit it with the destroyer, but I get stopped by the submarine. This is rather unfortunate because now those are in vision range and I simply cannot destroy it. Our level bombers start attacking. They are pretty successful. Now we have to suppress the enemy, take them out. Unfortunately, this ship is still out of range, so we cannot suppress them. Force a surrender there. We cannot do much here. We simply have to destroy them. And yeah, we get rid of the fighter. And now we can start bringing our Fallschirmjägers to the north. We bring our fleet to the north. There will be a big fleet engagement here. But let's stop for a moment and take a look at the situation. We already took the south. We are preparing the encirclement of Oslo. We want to force surrenders there too. We have to land our Panzers for this. We will keep one of the heavy cruisers there for support, and the rest of the fleet will move to this engagement point. Yeah, for the strategic plan, we will slowly work our way to the north. We are not in a hurry because we don't have to do a decisive victory in Norway. It makes no difference. The only difference is you get less prestige. So we will take the full 20 turns. So this should be no problem. As I already said, preparing the encirclement. And already bringing the artillery into position. So everything works out perfectly. And now there's a big fleet engagement. One of our destroyers is already gone. I'm sure more are going to follow. This one is surrounded and it's fighting for its life. Good thing is they cannot reach it. They're positioning themselves. Fortunately, they didn't reinforce this unit, so we could finish it off. The submarine evades. Now it's gone. We go for the port to take in ammunition, and our light cruisers try to deal with this mass of destroyers, while our level bombers try to get rid of the big heavy ships. We managed to finish this one off, and this cruiser destroyer tries to flee to safety. We already prepare ship transportation. Now it's time for the encirclement. We pound Norway, Oslo, sorry. Close the circle, and now they are going to surrender. Brings a lot of prestige. And we're already in position for encircling of the next units. This anti-aircraft cannon. Slowly moving forward, not risking exposure. And as always, keep the entrenchment level down whenever possible. Now the destroyer is lost. We managed to surprise this battleship. Didn't do much. And now this one is really in trouble. He's putting up a good fight. He's surrounded and cannot flee. Our counterattack does nothing because of bad weather. We cannot use our air force. We are resupplying them. Encircle this. This anti-aircraft cannon. Pound it. Now it's suppressed. And we force another surrender. Next is Honnefoss. Resupplying our planes and doing a little bit of a scouting maneuver here. Maybe we can hit something. Bring in the Fallschirmjägers. Now that's the end of this destroyer, I fear. But in the north, these two Fallschirmjägers obviously cannot take on all this stuff. But we are not seeing this right now. We are trying to land them in the back so we can hit the possible artillery piece and maybe take the airfield. That's a really important strategic position. Another option is to quicken the opening of the railway lines, so you could actually land there and take this city. That's a viable option too. This way you can quickly bring up artillery and take Trondheim then. But, well, we will risk attacking it straight away. So let's continue. Well, our destroyers have a hard time. But at least our capital ships are successful at paying it back. The support of this heavy cruiser, we might be able to do something here. We are landing them. And now our first heavy cruiser has arrived. Try to spot the ships so we can hit them. Doing not much damage. But now the enemy cruiser screen is badly damaged. Let's stop. Once you get rid of the enemy destroyers and submarines, the enemy capital ships are extremely helpless. They have only a vision range of 1, so it's easy to go around them or ambush them, or, well, just pound them with submarines. Submarines cannot be hit by capital ships, only by destroyers. So the air battle is already won. The sea battle is already won. Now it's time for our attack on those cities. Shouldn't be a problem. We have a lot of artillery support. We won't go for a full surround. It simply takes too much time. Keep attacking the cities. We have to keep the entrenchment level low. And we already prepare for the attack to get control of the railway lines. The counterattack is, well, actually hitting our Gebirgsjäger. That's not good. and our Fallschirmjägers are struggling in the north. All naval bombers are not that effective. But now we can start by simply ignoring the enemy fleet. We just simply move around them. They have no idea what's going on. Depending on, well, the movement possibilities or abilities of the units, this one has no trucks, so we will send him on a ship to go up to the north this way. The Gebirgsjägers obviously well, perfect for crossing this mountainous region, and the tanks are fast enough to go on the land route. So, well, it's very important to efficiently use the means of transport that are available, so don't forget using railway lines. Well, this heavy cruiser, the Blücher, is struggling to join the fight. Well, maybe we can force a surrender here. Yeah, that should be enough. More prestige for our side. And we might be able to take the airfield. That would be a surprise. Very nice when the enemy air force is down. We have complete free movement for our bombers. We have total air superiority. It's actually a little bit annoying because we are blocked here. But now there's a lot of concentration of firepower. We should be able to penetrate those defenses pretty easily. Still not really effective. Only 2 damage. Doing some scouting and using our heavy ships to start bombarding Anderlasness. Well, that's it. The Royal Navy is destroyed. And now our transport, well, we actually send up the tank as well because we cannot break through here. Now it's time to take the airport. That's very important. We brought up a 3rd Fallschirmjäger. The enemy is doing nothing. Forcing a surrender on this unit. And keep attacking them by air so they don't stand a chance. We are simply overwhelming them. Another Iron Cross. Well, now the fate of the city is sealed. And here we go. Still, we are not in control of the railway lines, so we cannot quickly advance there. It's very important to get this or this city. We are on turn 9, so there's plenty of time left, so we have no need to hurry here. In the north, they are, well, trying to defend Trondheim, and actually reinforcing there. I don't think that will help much. It only can delay us. Now the aircraft carrier is gone. It's been useless anyway. Counter-attack doesn't do much. And we have to be careful not to get destroyed there. So we are using the support of our fleet and air force. I think we still will have to withdraw our Gebirgsjäger. I don't think we can destroy them from the air. No, we are forcing them back actually and keep them pounding. The biggest problem actually at the moment is that we are blocking ourselves. There's simply not enough room. But the limited space can work to your favor, so try to surround units and trap them. We are bringing the entrenchment levels down. Well, we are not risking getting destroyed, so we move back. But now our fleet arrived in the north and is able to support the attack. Actually, there's a French destroyer left. It's raining again, so our fleet is useless. Sorry, our air force. The fleet has only reduced usability. Well, we don't seem to be able to destroy this unit. That's really annoying, because we're always risking losing this Gebirgsjäger, which would be really bad. No, this destroyer stands no chance. It doesn't see anything because it's raining, so it's not dangerous. Now, actually, don't take the city if you're going for a minor victory, because then you will trigger the victory conditions for the minor victory and the game ends. Well, they already reinforced them, bought replacements. We chased them through the mountains. This was brought in by sea, so it's quite handy now. Oh, and that's it. Now the way is clear. Try to surround and suppress another unit. That's why we keep attacking with our destroyers all the time. Well, that's it. We are accumulating a lot of prestige now. Now that was a big hit, but it's not enough. Again, one strength point remains. We're advancing to the north. And now I'll try to defend Trondheim. Ideal conditions for another surrender. Well, that's it. Now we have eliminated all their troops and only, well, I think it's Namsos, yeah, remains. Well, actually there's still resistance there. It's no problem. And finally we want to get rid of this unit. This should be enough. The Gebirgsjäger should be able to destroy them. Well, now no opposition left in the south. We can move in artillery, that's no problem. Trying to deplete them of ammunition and of entrenchment level. No, they're doing nothing. Rain again. And now this is ideal position to force more surrenders. We land our troops, bring in all our ships, and try to surround them from the back with Fallschirmjägers in order to force surrenders. So now we have 6 turns where we more or less can play with them. Don't even want to block them from buying replacements, because that simply means another unit we can force to surrender. Now we can use the railway network and, well, same as before. Reducing the entrenchment. They're counter-attacking. It's actually bad because we wanted to surround them. But, well, now we can do it this way. And there they go. And another surrender. Oh. And another surrender. So we are pretty successful. Now we are surrounding them. Suppress the defending artillery. And now it's time for this anti-aircraft cannon. There's a really high entrenchment level, so I'm not sure if we are able to get it. Gets pretty beaten up. No, we simply destroy it. Now more experience for our Air Force. We move back to give them the chance to bring up more defenses. Still 3 turns to go. Well, here we go. 2 more units. Making sure they are completely suppressed. And here they go. Really bad weather, but we don't care because we are already there. Well, once again, try to let them buy units. Well, they've only prestige for 1. But we will happily take this. Here they go. So that's it. Take the final cities, and we have done it. Well, this was actually really a success. We accumulated a lot of prestige. We will need it later on. So you can use Norway mainly as a training area for your troops. We got only little casualties, and yeah, gained quite a bit of experience. So I hope we are prepared for, well, the Low Countries. This will be a much bigger challenge because now there is the Western campaign ahead. We have to gain 3 decisive victories in a row. So this will be really difficult. We have to win the Low Countries, France and Sea Line in order to stay on the victory path. So let's end the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you at the Low Countries. And Fall, well, I think, yeah, yellow. Fall Gelb is up. So good night and bye. See you.